This YouTuber is called Normie, and he's currently trying to break the world record for the longest time spent in solitary confinement under complete darkness. And he's doing it all live on stream. Now this has got to be like one of the weirdest things I've ever seen anybody do for clout, but in a streaming day and age where being a nuisance, going out in public covered in peanut butter, and then just like live streaming yourself during a hurricane are now like the new norm, well, people just have to keep finding ways to kind of just keep pushing the envelope and see what's the craziest thing they can come up with in order to get people's attention.
Someone did it! Even he left! He ran away!
Destroy the door. Taste it. Are you okay? Normie, can you destroy the wall next?
Now, this isn't just like the first time Normie has tried to pull a stunt like this for views either, because you probably heard about this a few months ago where he tried to break another world record for the most time spent without sleeping. He was trying to go for like 12 days without sleep, and I mean, you know, if you just look at the thumbnails from all the live streams from that event, well, it looks exactly how I would imagine someone staying awake for that long would look like. You know, just a physical and mental decline where you're doing just permanent damage to your body. So this whole trend's been resurfacing to subject yourself to cruel and unusual punishment for views. And, you know, I can't really say I'm a big fan of it, but I was going over some of the stream clips from Normie's isolation video, and he's supposed to, for the most part, just saying gibberish all the time. He started eating parts of the door, which obviously can't be good for your digestive system, and I can't really tell if he's faking a persona to sort of like hype up the chat to get a reaction, or if he's genuinely just going insane.
I'm disgusted at you. I'm getting the world record, man.
As much as I like you guys, and as much as I like making videos on this channel and live streaming right here on this YouTube channel, stop by sometime and say hello, I'm not gonna risk permanent brain damage or anything like that for the sake of getting views. Like, if I really wanted to rot my brain, I would just scroll TikTok for a few hours. But a lot of these type of challenges, they might seem dumb at first, because who wants to go 12 days without sleep or lock themselves inside of a room for an entire month? But it's actually a lot more worse than you think, because when you consider all the types of side effects that you might get from subjecting yourself to this sort of torture, well, you know, none of it's really good. Like, for example, not sleeping for 10 days can lead to severe and long-lasting damage to the body. It can cause hallucination, diabetes, heart attack. You know, your body's just meant to recharge. You're supposed to sleep. And that kind of just reminds me of that new series from Markiplier that just came out called The Edge of Sleep, where they give you good examples on how the body starts behaving once you go for days without sleep. And in this other case of being isolated in complete darkness over a long period of time, well, that can also lead to a laundry list of mental health issues. It can lead to uncontrollable feelings of rage and fear, thoughts of uninstalling yourself from the Minecraft server, and long-lasting memory problems. Now, this whole challenge format isn't really something new that's popped up in the last few months. You know, TikTok's been doing crazy stuff too for the longest time, but I don't know if you guys remember, but that's exactly how Mr. Beast got his initial rise to popularity too. He was doing like these super long videos of him counting to 100,000. He was like saying Logan Paul 100,000 times, and he also like read the entire dictionary in one sitting. And the truth of the matter is that back in the day, yeah, that video format was actually very successful. You know, he was getting millions of views per video, and that was a good launch pad to get him to where he is today. But now if you look at Normie doing this challenge, for example, Normie has 1.2 million subscribers, which is a huge number, of course, but he only has like 219 people watching right now, which, you know, I'm not trying to bash on the numbers since it's clearly way better than the numbers I can get at the moment, but clearly it's a little harder now to get famous off of doing these super long challenges, and I don't know about you guys, but I personally prefer making content that I actually enjoy making, and that people can relate to and enjoy. But for Normie, I can't imagine him actually enjoying this. He just looks miserable, honestly.
My God, I thought that the door was a basketball hoop!
You break more of the
I didn't know!
Normie gas prices are going up.
And whose fault is that?
Man.
Not the International Alliance! I'm cocked!
Like, I have to respect the fact that Normie isn't inconveniencing anybody by doing these crazy stunts out in public. I have to respect the fact that he's actually dedicating to doing these challenges, because if it was me, I would have just quit a long time ago, man. You know, but at the same time, this is like an incredibly stupid thing to do. Like, if you look at the people who are in his chat at the moment, half of them are genuinely concerned for his well-being, streaming and they're just hoping that YouTube bans the live stream so he can stop. Meanwhile, the other half is just enabling him to do crazier and crazier things because they just love watching people ruin their lives in real time on stream. He already had his stream shut down by YouTube once during his staying awake stream challenge because YouTube considered that, you know, kind of dangerous. He was putting himself in danger by doing so, and he actually had some friends pushing him and like poking him, you know, to keep him awake at the time. So people were afraid that Normie was just gonna like collapse and die at the spot. And my main problem with this type of challenge is that, one, it's incredibly stupid to do. Like, it just motivates people to just want to do dumber and dumber things, you know, and just all for the sake of getting views at the end of the day. And number two, well, it's an incredibly stupid thing to do.
Deport all the ducks! No more ducks in Beverly Creek! I am the mayor of Beverly Creek. Do not talk to me like that! I am the mayor of Beverly Creek! Do not talk to me like that, boy!
Look, I'm a fan of challenges. Like, I like seeing people complete hard things. Like, I think it's really impressive and it's a really awesome thing to see. Especially when we were seeing gamers try to beat Elden Ring using dance pads, using mind control helmets, all that stuff, you know? Or maybe just trying to complete a rage game in one sitting. I see that and I think, wow, that's actually pretty cool and respectable. I think that motivates us as a society to improve and do better things. But I really just can't get behind the type of content creator whose entire online persona is just doing the most dumbest and damaging things for clout. Because all that tells me is that outside of doing all the crazy stuff that is probably borderlining self-harm for views, you're looking for a quick success formula that's not going to last you very long, and as soon as the challenges stop, as soon as you stop that and try to do something else with your life, try to make a different type of content, well, you know, no one's really going to want to watch because they were all there just to cheer on for your downfall. They were just there to watch you do the crazy stuff. And in the case of Normie here, I was actually going through some of his videos, and he looks like he had plenty of traction on YouTube just uploading videos. Like, he was getting millions of views, hundreds of thousands of views in a lot of his videos. Most of them were just centered around like Roblox and tier lists, you know, all that type of funny stuff. But then he just randomly decided to stop posting videos about 6 months ago and decided to go all in with like the YouTube lives and doing all these live challenges. Like, I don't know, maybe he just burned out from making videos. Maybe he just wants to be remembered as the type of guy who was doing all the crazy challenges. I personally I can't think of a reason, honestly. I just think that, you know, there's that mentality of the more crazier things I do for views, the more success I'm going to have now. And, you know, let's not even think about the possible long-term side effects of everything. We just want success now. But if it were up to me personally, I would think that there's probably better ways to make it as an online content creator. There's much more sane ways to find success online. But I don't know, guys. That's just me. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say, so thank you guys for watching.
No way, I got my head stuck again, bro. Boys, join up, Noti Gang. I'm not holding anybody accountable for anything, okay? Look, we all make mistakes, and I think it's time to forgive, forget, and move on, bruh.